Welcome back everyone to another episode of Timberborn. I'm Andrea Dev, and if you're new here and enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It does help a lot. So without further ado, let's jump in and get things rolling. In the previous episode, we left our beavers colony in a very good position. We got somewhat a good amount of food and a good amount of log. We did manage to get our first, I would say, mini dam created, but the plan here is to create a big reservoir on this side and then let with the, what are they called? Sluice, and get all the water coming out to fill out our colony and bring water where it's very dry. So today, in today's episode, I put in pause because the drought is approaching. To be fair, we did manage to have some water in here and a little bit of extra reservoir of water on this side, but there is still much to do. I would love to get this part here all watered up, and to do that we need a lot of wood. Technically, it would be possible if we were to kind of like raise everything of one, but again, this water need to be channeled, so we might have to kind of like create some sort of dam in here of levee. So there is that, but obviously before that we need to clear out all this area and whatnot. Now we are at a very good point with storage as well, but we have all of this space in here which at the moment is not really used for anything, and I would love to plant something down before actually starting. You know, extra food means that once it grows we can store it and, you know, create more supplies for our beaver to go through our dark time. Let's get the plant cropping, and I'm gonna do basically in the same fashion as I did in here. I'll try to divide them as as at the best as I can, because the space here is very limited. And I'm gonna get some carrots in here and potato first. Always like first, because like these one are the most requested food source for our beaver friend. And then I'm gonna place only wheat in here. I think that for now I'm fine with everything that's like sunflower and whatnot. I will very soon start to process a little bit. We are start creating bread, so that's something that we need to keep an eye on as well. We got some vacancies in here, which I'm gonna be fixing with one of these houses, lodge. We will eventually move this lodge to a bigger house complex, just so to speak. But for now, this is gonna be fine, and I'm gonna put two at medium low priority, because I really don't need everything that bad just yet. But if we have them, you know, cool. Same for this one has just a few beavers. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna add two more. I'm gonna put this low priority, so beavers can kind of like, if they're not hauling and something is posed, they can go and do some more important work. I quote more important work. Okay, so food has been planted. This road is gonna go very soon. I'm gonna delete it and just keep this middle one. We did start creating the bridge, but we do not have the signs just yet to unlock the scrap metal, which is gonna unlock a lot of important things. One of these is gonna be explosive to, you know, landscape and whatnot. Another thing that I noticed is that we do not have much decoration, and we should work on that as well. But for now, we are fine. For now, we are good. We are in a good position. I noticed that I did some sort of boo-boo, because I should have put the stairs in here, like so. And should I get this platform continuing like that, so that I can place another warehouse in here and one in front. Now, the problem is that this is accessible now, but if I delete it just yet, it's gonna go crazy. and lose everything. We want as well work on our storage, like the large warehouse is needed and the underground pile. Yeah, it's like this needs to happen. 250 science, it's not a lot, but it's still a conspicuous amount. Now let's see, let's put this to normal and let's get these to normal as well. Let's start and play and let's see. So the drought approach, great, wonderful, we are ready to go. I guess that this is unreachable, isn't it? It is indeed unreachable. So should I leave it there? It's like just few log. This is 12 log. Well, I'll leave them for there just now, but eventually all I'm gonna remove it or I'm gonna decide to pick them up. So let's start our work toward our somewhat mega dam. And then we need to start to place levee all around, all direct our main area. So I did create this specific area in here. So like it would be 4 units larger, like so. So we are prepared for it, and this one should be this way. So we now need to start to place the foundation for what is gonna be our main aqueduct. Hopefully we're gonna have enough wood, but it definitely not gonna be able to do all in one. And for that reason, I think that I'm gonna start and place some dam in the middle of it. So because if we place sorry, not dam, but levee in here, we're gonna allow the beavers to basically start store water in here. But once the levee it's filled up to the brim, the water goes back and comes out from this output valve, so to speak. So that should be good enough. I'm gonna give priority to these, so we are sure we are actually getting everything ready from the back, so we can start water everything on going forward. Let's delete these three, or at least let's mark it for deletion, like so. And let's ask for very high priority, because if this is not chopped down, we are not gonna be able to actually get anything sorted. We probably should have a beaver's hut, and we need to start plant all of our tree. I was saying in the last episode, I say that basically I'm gonna get some, what is it, oak, which one is the one that takes the longest, but even chestnut and maple tree, because I wanted this area to have like a tapper shack nearby, like in this area, and be able to actually have the chestnut, the maple, what's it called, the maple syrup and the pine resin collected. So first thing first, we are gonna start placing these chestnut. Now that we know where our dam is gonna be, I'm gonna be placing it there. One big advantage that we're gonna have with this new technology that they introduced, which is the 3D water, is that we can start and build vertically. With all these overhang, if I can, yeah, look at this. There is plenty of overhang that are gonna help us building somewhat vertically, and just like try and use and maximize all of our green area as much as we can. I realized that probably it's worth just removing these three as well. It's like mandatory at this point, and we're gonna give very high priority as well. Good, great stuff. It's actually going very good and very fast as well, probably because we have all the water down. I have our beavers consuming a good amount of water at the moment. I'm wondering if I should just double down on my water reserve and start to place more medium tank. Let's see what's required for a large tank. Yeah, metal block. We're not gonna get them, even if we do have the science. So I'm just gonna place a couple of more tank for water, and hopefully that's gonna be enough. So let's try. And I think that I'm gonna place it in here. So I'm just gonna remove these 4 and place a new one on top of it. So I just get these marked down to be removed, and let's increase priority, so they're gonna get cleared out as fast as they can. and that should give us a 300 more water. Another thing is that should I add another water pump in here? Because like now it's still fine, so it's kind of okay the amount of water that they're pumping, but I'm just afraid that it's not gonna be enough once we have a third water tank. So I'll let it clear out and we will see in a second. There is another area in here that we completely ignored, is that we plant pine and we plant chestnut, which we are planting in here as well, which is like interesting from a point of view that we are able to kind of like get a second resource from our tree, but nothing has been marked just yet, right? Did I mark it? Like, now that I think about it, yeah, like most of it has not been marked for cutting, and this is just what was there before. So I will do clean area in here. I'll try and clean out this area because don't need to be evaluated, because obviously we are gonna be there. This area in here and same for this will be evaluated at some point, I guess, but for now it's good. I'll just clear it out. That should allow us to have a little bit more control over what's not there. And on top of that, there is no bridge going on the other side, which technically I could create like a little two, just bring this forward or go upward from here and get like a two dam bridge. Well, we have it in here as well, so this should be able to do all of it. I don't know, and on top of that I don't really want our beaver to just touch this area just yet, because you know, bad water means that they're gonna be sick, they're gonna be injured and whatnot. That's not really what we want. Now what's going on in here is that we're planting a tons of wood, but the storage, it's like we got somewhat of a large pile of wood and plank, and in here as well we have plank and medium warehouse. I think that for now in terms of storage we should be alright. What we really want, if we want to increase the production of wood, like as in tree, because at the moment I feel like we are in a safe area with the amount of beavers that we have and the food that they are consuming, and this little piece of plot of land is gonna help us improve the amount of food that we are actually storing. So this one is doing alright. Now that this stairs as well is done, just gonna be like destroying it and delete everything and place another medium storage. There we go. Just increasing our storage. We will later eventually change this to be a large warehouse once we actually can afford with the science and the rest. Let's see, what would it be the next purchase, which we're probably gonna do after the drought. Yeah, look at this. We got a tons of carrots and not really enough space just yet. So I will. What about the potato? The potato are alright because they get converted, I guess, and they get cooked potato. I think that I'm gonna move this to be wheat, and I'm gonna place another storage on top of here, like so, and this is gonna be sunflower seed. Now this is gonna be changed to more carrots, so they're now gonna wait until they get until they empty the storage before they actually can place more carrots, because I realized that there is some carrots on the floor and they're not picking them up because there is no actual space. Now this is a possible for us to just move it and just says like, yeah, just more carrots. I would rather have carrots during our drought rather than just not have them like pick them from the floor or dry them out and whatnot. The wheat as well is in a very good position. I might double down in here on the amount of wheat that we are producing and we are storing actually. But yeah, so far so good. I think that do I want the sunflower in here, or should I just go like wheat in here and wheat on top? So they kind of like, we do like a column of everything. So a column of carrots, a second column of carrots, and a column of wheat, and then I move the blueberry on top of the blueberry, and I can have an extra potato. And then in here I put like the miscellaneum, so like the sunflower seed and whatnot I'm producing. Which at the moment I'm producing nothing extra, so I don't have no aquatic product, nor other things. So that's kind of good. Really interesting in understanding what's the rate for these to filling and whatnot. So how much water is gonna hold in this reservoir over time. I am very curious about that. And on top of that, I think so I got this feeling that I just need to dam up here, which is like 1, 2, 3. So I need to push this level 3 more and then push it out, so I can have these as a water coming down, waterfall things. Yeah, reservoir of water. But I don't have the sluice, I don't have the floodgates, I don't have all of those things just yet. So possibly next things on the menu is gonna be these. The floodgate is under 50, I'm very close to that, so that would be interesting. I got the double floodgate already, which is good. Really, we need to kind of like get them all at some point, but possibly this is gonna be the next stage. And okay, so the sluice needs some metal block, which is gonna be requiring if I need I need like basically metal, scrap metal, and then I need the smelter as well. So there is high chance that the next expense is gonna be this, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to do none of that. Now let's add our little, after I click all of button, our levee in here, and probably destroy these like so. Yes, thank you. And destroy this. Thank you. So now I'm gonna have to place some in here. I wondered if I should just prioritize these to be built, because otherwise this is not gonna be built in time, and I can just have a tiny little bit of extra water in here. I'll wait. We are getting ahead of ourselves. I'll just wait. Let me put these on high priority, so we kind of like get them from the back, and then this is gonna be the next in line. Once this is done, now obviously all our beaver are just finishing their work and going back to sleep. I wonder if this little beaver is gonna have any type of sleep, because it's actually going back to the house and it's gonna require a fair amount of time. So by the time he's back, it's gonna be ready to start a new day. Guess we would see. Let's see. Is he gonna be able to drink and eat? Oh, I'm so sorry, Damari, that you're going through this. So let's try and just let them chill out. I'm just gonna reduce the working hour a little bit, because the drought is coming, so we don't really want them to be starving and thirsty and whatnot just because they need to work their life out. Not really something that we want with our beaver colony. Another things that possibly we could do is that place that storage of water. Now we're not having that much water just yet, but I think it should be enough. Let's try and prioritize these before anything else. And don't want to this need to be priority, but like medium priority, because I want the tank to be built first. At this point we are almost in the drought season, so there is no point for us in rushing this. It's better that they rush this water tank, which is gonna be more needed. Another thing is that I might just remove this and substitute it with some platform and get a better, well, not better, but a gate in here in this area. That's because we can kind of like gather a little bit more extra water. So I'm just gonna do it at this point. Should I put a floodgate? Should I put like a dam? I think a dam should be enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the dam. They're gonna have a hard time reaching it, but it's fine for now, I would say. Let's try and make a little path for them, and plan even for these, because we really want these to kind of like be cleared out, I think, and be used for actual product that we need. So this is gonna be marked to be destroyed. Perfect, wonderful. And we're gonna have a little path that arrive in here, It's gonna allow us to go in an L shape, sorta. And that's it. There we go, perfect. What if I just put platform in here? How expensive would it be? It's not that expensive. Like so, maybe? I think this just work fine. These work fine, and we have just way more road, or way more way. That sounds weird. Way more path to go where we need to go. Okay, so this is done. This is being builded. This part of the construction is waiting until they are actually getting our. Oh, there we go. We need to mark it for water, and that was fast. And now should be hauled out by the hauler. Let's prioritize this by the hauler. We do have some beaver coming, so we got 3 children in our colony. This is, well, they are low priority, so not much is gonna be done about it. But we do have 9 free beds, so hopefully our colony is gonna grow. I think that these 2 houses are gonna complete our first round of beavers, like organization. That should do it, I think. Now the storage is getting emptied, I guess, and it does not. Does this? Yeah, waiting for previous to be stocked. So let's just get empty, and this one is gonna be empty as well. That should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully, once these are built, we should have them done. But I can say now that this is gonna be low priority, so I'm gonna give priority to build everything else. And the reason for that is that we want to work on the other side, because this is gonna be like a long-term project. So they're gonna finish this part in here. We're gonna slap 3 levee once everything is done on this side. And is this reachable? Yeah, I don't see any of them complaining about path or anything. There we go. Let's start to create some path on top of it. Now this path is gonna hold water, but we are gonna be placing some water wheel inside, some power wheel. And this is because we need power at some point, and I would love to create some sort of power line that goes through all the map in here and just keep going straight and get past to this other village. But as we will for sure even exploit a little bit of this bad water in here. It's just that the map is very big, and we're probably gonna have to create some districts, some tons of builder, tons of haulers, so that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be beautiful and amazing. Also, good things is that I did it once already in a playthrough, and I just basically eradicate this entire mountain. So what I did last time is just like wipe it out straight away from the map, exploded the entirety of it. It required an absurd amount of explosive, but I did it, and all of these was like a flood, and I really love it. The idea of having all this area in flood, it was great. But maybe this time I'll make it different. I don't know. We will see. And if you do have some ideas or comment, leave them down below. And if you're enjoying the series, be sure to like the video and please subscribe for more content like this. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. So yeah, that's it. 3 are growing, 3 are coming. These 3 are not being chopped, isn't it? Yeah. I forgot to mark them for chopping. So this now it's marked as well. All of the 3 that should be marked, they are marked, I guess. Let's see if we can. We just want to make sure that everything that's supposed to be marked get marked. This one right now they are not yet marked, but I'm coming back to this. I really need to just like readjust them and leave some for some for being used with the tapper shack. So collecting resin and whatnot. Can probably remove this in here, as I don't think my forester can reach it. Yeah, correct. So let's see, what are we missing. I left these 3 in here because I was trying to gather. I wanted to gather some pine, but at this stage I don't really need it. It's not something that I'm really keen on requesting right now to my beavers. We are in the drought. The drought started, so now it's the moment. Now it's where everything start, and it's gonna be a 7-day drought. Okay, we can do this. This is no panic, nobody panics. That's we didn't collect a lot of water, but just enough probably for our beaver. This water tank is suffering slowly, but it is. I'm not afraid of, like, I don't want to push these just yet, because I think that the water that we have right now is still okay for the moment, and we still have a little bit of all of this water in here stored that it's gonna slowly come to us and, you know, arrive in this area. So before it actually get drained, there is quite a lot of time. Now let's see what we have. Our wood storage is absolutely poor, I would say. It's like we are not having as much as we thought we should have, but there is a tons of wood. What is going on? Is that okay, so he's chopping them and he's bringing them down there. Well, why don't we prioritize them by the hauler, so it's you know, help with the chopping. What about here? Should I place? I think that I left or I removed a couple of those because I really wanted to place one of these in here. And yeah, the reason for it is that pine is gonna start to grow very soon, all of these, and they are ready to come, and it's gonna be like couple of tree. This one, yeah, well, this one just get planted and only where it's green, so we're gonna have to wait for these to actually be finished. But yeah, we are at a very good pace. Now the question is, should we start our mega dam, or should I wait until we got like the scrap metal so we can start to collect scrap metal? That's an interesting question that I'm posing myself and I'm asking right now, and I'm not sure. One thing is happening here is that this has been finalized, and as you can see in here now, this is dry. But once this dam is gonna be built, we're gonna definitely have at least this area, hopefully, green. So that's that. As you can see that this is affect a lot. It's affected. All this water affect all around, and apparently they did rework most of the most of the water simulation. Not only because it's like before it was like you were able to place a hole in the ground and place all of the water pump in it, and you would irrigate all around it. Now it's finished. You actually need a deep puddle of water per square meter. Like, there is a whole calculation behind. So that's that. All right, what is left that it's not being built right now? So we got 2 houses which are waiting for the wood. This one is getting nothing, so all the wood is getting poured into this dam. Why they cannot finish this? Okay, so slowly they are finishing. They are very slow. Should we try and increase their speed? I mean, like, their well-being is alright, but it could be better. So let's see what they are missing. So grilled chestnut and grilled spudder dog. You know what? This would be a great place for us to start and place some, well, aquatic farm products, but yeah, I'm not sure at this point. Okay, so I did have some lumberjack in here. It's just that this one actually grabbed entirety of it, so I might just remove this from there and place them just a little bit closer to the lumberjack, so I can remove that that pot. Let's get these high priority, so our viewers friend are gonna build it very quick. And these job are like, they don't have priority for the moment, so they're neutral. Yeah. What's left to do now? Once this is done, I'm gonna remove these and I'll start place all of the wood that needed. So I plant pine. This is chestnut. The next tree that I want to plant, it's the maple. The maple is gonna produce 6 log, which we are very happy with it. Just need to not pick up the other side, like so. Let's start by having that in that direction, so we can kind of leave this free. I want to leave it free because I feel like this is gonna be one of our path to arriving possibly in here. maybe even on this side, on this other side, because I feel like this is closer distance from this, but I'm not sure because maybe they wake up in here, so they just go and go start their day. So that's that. We are 174. We need to arrive to 250 to unlock the scrap metal, which is gonna be probably our first goal. We're gonna try and get all the scrap metal that we can, start to store it, start to do all the useful things, and see where we get with that. Perfect. So I would say that our water level, how's it going? Let me just pause one of the water pump. This should be okay. Hopefully the water level is like meh, okay-ish. We will survive. And while this dam, I'm having a hard time understanding why this is taking so long to go. Let's try and speed up a little bit our beavers, and let's see if we are able to finish and complete these four actually, which we should. This was 60%. Okay, guys, is being constructed. So this is to receive all the log. This is now has few logs that need still to be received, and this one has all of them. Okay, so possibly this is gonna be done very quick. All right, well, that's done. Perfect. Let's now block this. Should we have floodgate? Yes, I'll place some floodgate. I don't really want this, and the reason why is that oh, I don't have a small floodgate, don't I? Ah, darn it, I hate to choose because I really want to unlock this scrap scavenger flag, but at the same time we need to get the floodgate, which is at least one floodgate, or I'm just gonna place a dam, because if I place a dam then water is gonna spill, but if I place a levee it's gonna be just fine. Yeah, I'm gonna place these two levee, and then we're gonna proceed to basically broke this part in here and just let everything flood so we can have a little bit of extra water in here. So these beavers are coming, they're building, they're doing the things, they're doing the stuff. Wonderful, amazing, we love it. The real question is, what am I gonna do after? So how am I gonna let them go on top? Am I gonna go and let them have a stairs in here, for example? Because these need to be a two-way path. So yeah, that's quite annoying, but I'll cross the bridge once I'm there, once I really understand what I'm doing. There it goes. This little bit is done. Really want to just like boop this out of the existence, and just let's mark these. Let the water flood a little bit, and let's see how much greenery we are recovering with this water, because okay, quite a bit, and possibly this is gonna come once we're gonna have all of these. Oh wow, wait a second, what about these? Is this gonna be enough? Because it sounds like it's gonna be like 6 or 7. It feels like it's like 7 or 8 from these. It's like 3 and 1 and 1. It's like 8 before it actually get dry, which means that probably this is not gonna be fully watered once we finished. I don't know just yet, but we need these to be destroyed as well. Just destroy it. We are. Oh, actually, why did I destroy it? I should have probably changed it with a dam, didn't I? That would have been probably smarter. I mean, like, I can still do it, not big of a deal. But where are they building now? Okay, they're focusing on these dam in here, which is good. It's exactly what we want. Okay, they're coming in on this way, so I didn't really need to do all of this shenanigan with platform and whatnot. This is almost done. You know what? This is okay resources. We are not sad that we're using these resources. This is almost done. 2 more, and the last one is done. We are 3 days out for our water reservoir. Are these 3 gonna die in 10 days? All right, I'll take it. 10 days is fine so far. I would like to say that I will slowly bring down this gate so I can bring the level of water high a little bit. I'm actually gonna wait until this is finished because you know, we don't want to flood anything before time. So now this is been emptied, perfect, and this is receiving the last bits, I guess. Wheat is already done. Oh wow, which means that where are we storing our bread? Are we storing our bread now that I look at it? Oh, we are not. Maybe that's what I was doing with this empty storage. Darn it. Darn it. Well, I guess it's bread time. I will do this. I will place a storage on top in here. And this is gonna be blueberry. We gonna prioritize the blueberry, and this is gonna be bread. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swap these for this one. Hopefully this is gonna be done in a orderly fashion. These now need priority over anything else. Let's try and flood a little bit so we can have a little bit of extra water, just a tiny bit. All right, let's see. Just slowly introducing water into our colony, maybe a little bit faster, because like we're gonna get old by the time all the water is filled back in. It sounds like to me that this is actually going okay, so just gonna try and get these bits of water filled up. We did great. That was like a okay cycle. We still have quite a little bit of water on this side, and we are now filling this area, which is great. Oh, perfect. Look, all this water in here, it's actually watering down those what am I saying? Those three. So let's get a little bit of water, a little bit, a nudge bit. Yeah, thank you. So we built the housing, and this one is not connected. Why? Because it's on the wrong side, isn't it? It's on the wrong side of the district. It's on the bad neighborhood side. There is no bad neighborhood. All these beaver are all good. This is why they survived that long. Not like human that they destroyed the planet. So I'm assuming that this is now need to supply. What's going on? Where are all these berries coming from? Now I'm gonna have 34 berries, and you know, this actually need to be emptied, because otherwise they're not gonna be bringing bread, and we're gonna have just like 79, which I'm assuming it's whatever it's producing at the moment. It has log, but it does not have any wheat, and this is because our grist mill at the moment it's kind of it's in a bit of a predicament. It's like no water, no energy, so you just be there and be pretty. Should I pause it? Because like at the moment all of this is like non-functional. Should have probably start to think about this before. Somebody in the comment mentioned that I should pose more things that are not useful. You guys have totally right. I should learn how to manage resources a little bit better, but it is what it is right now. So we can now destroy this and this as well. Demolish this one. Yes, thank you. All of these roads are not needed. And now we can plant again. And because we have this little reservoir, this should be watered. Hopefully this is gonna be the next bits that's watered. So while our beavers are pumping the log very hard to get that little bits of water, we really should start think about an oak supply. Now, I would say that this much of maple, it's enough. Probably this much. And the rest in here is gonna be all oak. All of it. Actually, can I remove this first? Really don't want plant in here. There we go. Are they gonna prioritize this? I think they will. They will prioritize. They are actually. I can see them. And yeah, now we're gonna plant oak, which is probably our most expensive, like time-wise tree. I'm gonna leave this rope because I already feel it in my bones that I'm gonna forget them. But if I don't have them, I'm gonna be like, oh, what's that? And then I'm gonna be like, oh yes, now I remember I was supposed to plant more oak in there. So we have everything, and we can already start unlock the scavenger. Boom, perfect, very easy. And let's start and drop this scavenger in here. And we are gonna place it very high, and we do want a worker in here as well at all time. Let's place a storage as well for, well, the metal scrape. And I would say that I'm just gonna have 2 warehouse. Where's the shortest? Probably like so. And both of these are gonna be like for metal scrape. No, that's not what where That's not where it's stored. I guess it's gonna be in the metal pile. In the what am I saying? The large pile? Is it? Indeed it is. Perfect. So we're gonna get 2 of these. Somebody which is gonna be here constantly all the time. We are gonna prioritize slightly bit this large pile so that our beaver can start to store from here the scrap, and we're gonna start to use them once we actually need them. We have 118. We need 300 for the smelter to actually get it, the scrap metal into metal block. But once we get the metal block, we're gonna be ready for it because we can start to produce the what's it called? Sluice. I don't know why I have so much. I have a hard time pronouncing this sluice, but it is what it is. The drought is almost arriving to an end. It's wonderful. It's perfect. I will make sure to unpause this because later it's gonna be too late for me to actually unpause it. I already know. I feel it. These floodgates need to be at 170, 165. Don't remember, something like that. Everything is good. Everything is perfect. We have now this tree that has been planted. You see my technique work. Goes like, oh, there is a stripe they're missing. And is this one, can they reach it? Are they all too far? I think they are. Darn it. Well, I thought that if the blue line... Oh, look what they did. They did me dirty. Because this line was was just there before. Maybe once this is gonna be filled, we're gonna have better luck. But yeah, for now we're gonna have just this one. I think I can remove it from here, and I will place in here some decoration because I want our beaver to just enjoy their work when they are working. Let's place some of these nice plant in here and lantern maybe, so that they can enjoy the light of lantern at night while they're working, because we are now pushing back everything to I guess 18 hour working hour should be fine. Somewhat should be fine. So everything is kind of like waiting for the water to flood back in, but it's coming. It's arriving our way. We got some extra storage at the moment, but I feel like we are still short in storage. Water is starting to pump again. Very soon we're gonna have water filling up to the brim and going for the second reservoir. I think I will leave this in here because why not? Why would I remove it when it's perfectly working? There's no problem in here, and then when it the water comes in, it just fill up this area as well. The bad water is arrived faster than our normal water, which is like, I don't want to say unusual, but oh, is this gonna be pushing the... Oh, it is. It's mixing, because I don't remember to have all of this side mixed, Is our beaver gonna be sick? Oh, that would be unfortunate. I love that as soon as I place them, they start to build from this side. No buddies, that's not how life works. We want this side first, I guess. Yes, please. Because the fastest we can fill the hole in here, the more water we can push. And let's see, I will say that this water is doing great. I thought that this was enough for them to just like so, maybe. Is it reachable now? It is too far. Well, darn it. I think that this tree in here, it's gonna have a hard time being cut down, but life, isn't it? Let's destroy this as well. I cannot destroy it by clicking on it, but I need to do this thing. Perfect. And place a path back. Great. Amazing. And let's pick this log as a priority, because log is always a priority. Oh, it's inundating a little bit, I would say, but it's alright. It's good. Now that I look at it, we have all this area which is gonna be very green. If I'm gonna place a sluice in here, can let it out as well, but then it's gonna fill. I think that it's time for us to create a reservoir, like a big, large reservoir. We don't need to close it, like seal it, but we can definitely start to build it. Now, the way that I want to build is that I feel like it's needed that we build it vertically, which means from the top. So I might build some scaffolding in here and just remove this and give 2 or 3 space higher, but then still I haven't unlocked high platform just yet. I think that after this melter the rest is gonna be just me playing with these, because it's yeah, even the large warehouse 250, this could be great as well. I think that the large warehouse should be the next investment before the smelting, before the metal thing. Actually, can I build more science thingamabob? Do I have space in here? Technically I do have space for another science, so let's just drop a science inventor hut, and let's just say that these need to be normal as well. I'll leave it built as it is. Actually, I'm just gonna bump up in priority just a little bit, because I know that otherwise before they finish this one it's gonna require a huge amount of time. So as I was saying, this is probably our next big project, is that we need to start to build the dam and a water reservoir. Should I start it before I have the resources? Yes, because then once I have the resources I can start to collect water directly. I think this is in my opinion. How hard will it be? Well, I'm happy that you ask. Well, if I have to think, how do I see it in my mind, I think that this could definitely be from here direct up until here, maybe even earlier. So this is just gonna be inside, and because it's already too deep, it's a very good starting point for us in terms of how much distance do we have. Let me destroy this pot 1 second and try and understand how tall this thing is. So it is quite tall already. Can I place it? Am I allowed to place? Ah, yes I am. I just lost it. Okay. This is just under it. Yeah, I think this is how it starts. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level from, I mean, like probably 6 as well. Yeah, 6 level. But I don't know how are they gonna build those. How are they gonna arrive there? I think I need to build some scaffolding in here as a starting point, or I just build from the front 2 row. First this one and then this one, because now I know how tall it is. It's like 5 from this level basically. So if I have to start and place like a point, it's gonna be here. So this is how tall it needs to be. I can use this mountain to kind of like get him in, but if I completely chop out these 2 row, because then I don't want to get too much of this out, you know, I don't want to get all of these green wasted. I just want to have this reservoir, so I don't want to go crazy on how big it is. Hey, that's interesting. This is still too far from any district. Very annoying. There is like I've seen it. There is a hole. Yep, there it goes. There was a hole in here. I don't know. It says that it cannot reach the builders. Build more pot, but the builder is going for it. Alright, I'll take it, I guess. Let's see, can I... Is it just visual? Oh yeah, it's done. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but Beaver fixed it, so I don't have to build no more pot, no whatsoever. So, let's recap this. If I build these on this facade in here, I'm gonna be able to just go and trace it in here. But then I'm gonna have more levy on this side. If I do it in here, I'm gonna lose a full row of green that I could use for other things, because this is a perfectly decent row of green. Probably explode all this area and have something happening in here, maybe like agricultural or mortuary. We just have so much stuff to do. Yeah, I guess that I will wait until this dam is finished and then see what's next for us. Yeah, most of this is like our wood production is kind of like starting to be ramping up. We do have many trees actually that are ready to be cut down. This as well. Should I have more beavers chopping? At the moment we just have 2 vacancy, which is gonna be covered very soon because most beaver are gonna grow up. So I would say that I will start to delete this. This number me, yep, thank you. And I'm gonna place 2 more, but this time facing the terrain. So instead of 1 for the same space, I have 2. Great, wonderful, very happy with that. Storage for wood. I think that that's a problem that we're gonna reach. At the moment we are not. We have 120 of 720, but it sounds like we are heading that way. We are directing to that direction. So we're directing that direction. We are heading in that direction. Now, these storage are completely empty because we are building a tons of these levee. So that's that. I think that probably I should have just cut it like around here and close by this part, because really the only thing that's stopping us is water right now, and this area doesn't have it. But if we have water in here, probably we're gonna have a little bit of extra tree that can be planted. And I feel like that because this area has been now built, this is kind of like getting squished out, and once this is gonna be done and this is gonna be closed, all of this is gonna be ready to be chopped, everything. So I'm not even worried about it. I'll let it be for the moment. Let's create a pot in here, but we are not gonna use it just yet. Next things is that should I just start and create something for our friends beaver to just go up the stairs, go platform and go down the stairs. But at the same time, what am I using this for if I'm using these, right? Hey, it's a great question. All right, I'll let it be for now, because anyway we still need tons of wood. Things are coming up very good. We are gonna have probably more haulers. I'm just gonna say do the whole of it, and this as well. So these are all beavers that are, oh, we have 2 new beavers I think, that grew out in the past day. So Gimu and Trezan just grew up, so perfect, just in time for us to unlock a little bit more hauler and builders. Should we give it a nudge to these? Yeah, empty. I think it's like probably the best. Same for this one should probably, yeah, this is actually empty. Yeah, I just need to wait until the grist mill starts to produce. But oh right, so wheat flour. So well, because we have too much, we means that we need another bakery, isn't it? And I'll place it in here at the moment. This is gonna be super priority. I just want them to build this straight away because we need to produce more bread, so to speak. I guess that their bread need is already, yeah, their bread need is like perfectly fine. There is like maple pastries and cattail crackers that we do need to keep on check. Wet food, not all of them has wet food. Some of them are thirsty, probably gonna drink very soon. There is no rooftop, no contemplation spot, no agora, no dance hall as well. This is something that we need to look for. But I think that we are starting our way to, you know, ramp up our production. I feel very confident that we are gonna be ready for our next drought cycles. Everything should be fine. Hopefully, finger crossed, I would say. This is coming along very nicely. These little bits in here. I don't want to put already some levee in the middle because I don't really want to risk the beavers to just get stuck or having other type of trouble. But yeah, we are doing great. We're doing everything as it should, and we are now at cycle 6, so we survived quite a lot already. I'm surprised myself. But yeah, that's gonna be a wrap for today's episode. So thanks for joining me on our journey of, you know, building our Timberborn colony, and I hope you had as much fun watching as I had playing. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes and do drop a comment below letting me know what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching, bye!